Hi,
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for meeting with me.
No problem. How's it going?
You're so nice. So, wow, you have time? It's just, can I ask you a couple questions?
All right, yeah,
Can I put
please
a
feel free.
light on you? Like, I'm gonna put a.
No problem. I'm used to it. I'm an open book. I'm used to film, yeah, I don't mind questions.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Um, if you do a video, won't and if you say something you did, won't it get you in trouble? Or like, won't people try to come kill you or something? Or you know what I mean?
They already did.
Oh, they already tried. Like they get one try. I mean, like, I'm
Okay, well,
afraid that they're gonna do something to you because I don't want to get you
I
in.
wasn't afraid the first time. I took pictures of the truck before I got shot.
Oh yeah.
That's how they found the truck and everything. Before they even knew my condition, they knew truck, tag, everything. 'Cause I took pictures of it beforehand. I actually thought they were there to rob me, because I was a drug dealer too. So I thought they were there to rob me. So I took pictures because they were, they stood out like a sore thumb because they were a truckload full of white guys in a black neighborhood.
Oh, so
So,
it was obvious. Oh wow.
yeah. So when they kept stopping in front of my house, I got out from behind them and I took pictures of everything and I told them, go. And I got out on the interstate. They got behind me. I didn't realize that there was another vehicle in the neighborhood too. And yeah. And then I called 911 and I realized they were chasing me.
Okay, I didn't get that part. That it started.
Yeah, I hit about 110 on the interstate to make sure they were actually chasing me. And when they, kept up,
I would
that's
do
when I
it.
hit 911 because I knew it was about to happen. Something was about to happen. I was about to get off the interstate and then go. I was about to drop a car off, and then I was gonna have the cops meet me there at the store. I mean, sorry, at the hospital, where I was going, but I never made it there.
They caught
Yeah.
up to you.
Yes, when I was on the phone, it's pretty good traffic. It was about it was 4:30 in the afternoon. It was during the week too, so yeah, it was rush hour traffic.
Rush hours. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's been like. Is that kind of like the most terrifying experience ever, or is that just? I mean, was it? Did you know what was going down all of a sudden, or not really?
I knew I'd been shot when I got shot.
Yeah.
I didn't know why I was blind. I couldn't connect it to. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't see. So I kept trying to wipe it out of my eyes.
Yeah, like something's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I didn't realize that the bullet had went straight through the bridge, went right here through the bridge of my nose and went inside my eye. This socket over here. Stayed under that eye for about a month and a half.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. But was that the scariest time of my life? No.
Quantify that, but yeah.
No, I think I was actually pretty at peace when I wrecked. When I stopped the car and everything. There was a person there. I swear to God, it was an angel because police officers. I don't know who it was that was there. They said nobody was there, but I was talking to somebody that kept me calm, let me know the police were on their way. When I was praying, they're like, "Are are you praying?" I'm like, "Yes." They're like, "Good. You need to. It's bad." So I kept on, and it wasn't asking God to heal me. It wasn't any of that.
It's just kind of, yeah. It's you can't when you're in that. That's such a like personal. Yeah, I get it. You don't. Nobody knows how they're gonna be at, and if they say they do, they don't.
No,
You don't know. No,
but
you've been through hell.
I prayed basically for forgiveness. Honestly, I tried to make it out of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
I've written my whole account down from my personal point of view to make it easier to give to somebody. If you want to read it, I'll send it to you.
I
But
would
it's
love.
easier.
I would love to.
Yeah, it's my detail for detail account, step by step, what happened that day, and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't think I was gonna make it. I thought I was gonna die at the end. Honestly, I didn't. Uh, I didn't lose consciousness the whole time.
Wow.
I was so hyped up. Oh, I was a meth dealer, so
Oh, okay. So
I was also an addict.
you were also on something. So
Yeah, you couldn't have knocked me out with a cannonball.
Yeah.
So That's when I was able to get off the road. And, as soon as I realized I was off the road, I slammed on the brakes, and stopped the car. And that's when the person was there. Just bam, that fast. And yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Not at all.
So was it the most terrifying day? No, I've had some pretty terrifying moments in prison. So
A loaded question, huh?
yeah, like I've had a really, 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 really hard life.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
It's you know what? Not that I'm a big philosophy person, but life sure looks a lot easier on TV.
It really does.
I know that's like, just really looks pretty stinking easy on TV.
Well, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. If somebody tried to air my story on TV as a fictional thing, nobody would buy it.
Why?
I got shot with a 45 caliber bullet to the face, almost point blank range.
Shouldn't be alive. Is that what you mean?
No.
Like,
Yeah, I should
it's a miracle.
like this eye looks okay, but I'm legally blind. I have no peripheral vision. I can't see this at all.
So you actually got like 1 in a million. I mean, that's.
I didn't lose any neurological function whatsoever.
That's seriously a miracle.
Yeah, God was with me the whole time. I healed. You can't tell it, but I have a scar from here to right there. I had a craniotomy done. They took the whole front part of my skull out. I had a CSF leak. I was leaking brain fluid out of my nose. So a month and a half after I got shot, I had a craniotomy done. And so I was in neuro ICU 5 days, knocked out. They couldn't give me, to come to 5 days. And I finally woke back up. When I woke back up, I thought it was like 1996 for a while. It was bad. I had regressed so bad for temporarily. Like I couldn't remember anything. When I finally did,
pretty normal.
God took care of me. Huh?
It's pretty normal for like that.
It can. My recovery has been way better than they ever predicted. Way better. So like they said, like my pain level from 1 to 10 would never be below a 5.
They said
I got it. Yeah, I got a 2 now. A year and a half ago, I was on 30 pills, like 4 or 5 opiates and Xanax. And today, because of the medical marijuana program I'm on, I am on nothing but Excedrin migraine, and that's it.
Best thing that ever finally happened. Yeah, okay, I got it.
It is. It saved my life. And like people can they go like, oh, it's a stoner. Like, man, like the euphoria thing was gone like the first week or so.
What's so funny is I kind of. This is gonna sound strange, but I might not look the part, but I've never actually I've never seen a marijuana leaf or anything in my entire life. Never smoked, touch. I'm like this goody two shoes. I'm absolutely 100% for using it as medicinal. 1000%. I see miracles. I literally have seen miracles.
It works. It's helped me. Yeah. I don't have a sense of smell, so I have anosmia. I don't get hungry. I get nauseous.
Okay.
All right. So I permanently have the effects of chemo, basically.
Great. Oh my God.
So cannabis helps me eat, helps me function, gives me my life back.
I think it's a miracle.
Oh yeah, it's really helped. Like I'm a huge advocate for it. I've went to rallies, I spoke at rallies, helping do that. I'm very active now that I've been shot. It's crazy.
Life changing, right? I mean,
yeah, right.
That's not going to change your life. Then I don't know what's gonna. There's certain things. God, I'm so sorry that you had to go through all that.
I think it was okay. I'm not sorry because God's using this in a way that I never expected. My quality of life now is better than it ever has been.
That's so good.
So,
yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I think I get what you're saying. It's just a rough way to go, but some people just go the hard way, But
somebody says that, somebody says, man, why do you always choose the hard way? I said, man, why do you assume I see 2 paths?
It's not a choice,
Yeah. Like, why does everybody assume there's more than one way to choose? It's just like, dude, like, these are my cards I've been dealt. Exactly. I'm not bitching about it. I'm not complaining about it. It's not poor, pitiful me and, oh, it was me and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. But
no, it's okay.
It's about, okay, this has happened. what next?
This is how it went down. You can't
Yeah,
judge and look back and go, oh, that's total BS. I get that.
yeah, yeah.
It's
People like I've served 8 years in prison.
mhm.
Like I have a background that most people would really just go, oh, I give up. But no, I've been
That's
my own since 16. You know, my
it.
mom died when I was 15. I moved out, and that's it. Um, yeah, it's been a hard road, but I don't lay any blame on anything. I accept full responsibility of of getting my own ass in prison, getting my own ass in the situations that I did. So like I don't dwell on that. I've learned from it. I
Life
am
made you
working
who you
to
are. I mean, it's
yeah,
made you who you are. I mean, for good or for bad, it's made you who you are.
and that me now I am well outfitted to help so many other
Oh,
people.
I bet. Oh my
So
God.
that's
Yeah.
so that's what I've been doing with Life After Hate. I've worked on a couple big projects with
Yeah, tell me
them to
about that. I'm
help.
really interested in that, like organization and just how I got to meet you. And
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what I can say about the project
oh,
because I would have to ask Angela before I put something on like the record about the project.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Do it anyway. Can I get you
but
a or something here?
yeah, we're just changing platforms like to dominate our own platform, and I've been one of the architects behind that.
Oh,
But basically, what it's been doing, we try to go in and people that are wanting out of the movement, we try to go and help them learn a new way of life because a
like a
former,
lifestyle, like a new
yeah,
life.
well, see, a former, okay, an extremist, when they leave society for that movement, they are ostracized by society. So now there's only a small percentage that accepts them.
Oh, so when you
Well,
try to go
guess
back,
what?
it's like people hate your guts, and they're like,
Well, guess what? You can't go back there. So now when you leave that, you don't have a place. We say, here's the place. Okay? Because if you don't have a place, people will stay in it and they will grow bitter and more hateful and more resentful and they will act out harder. So we give them a place, we show them connections, and we show them this is the family that, this is the community that you were looking for, and we don't want you to go out and kill, sell drugs, or do whatever else you want to do, or like don't want to do. We want you to be the best you can be, and we're here to help and be a community of, other people. We reference ourselves as formers, former extremists, former this, it's just,
oh, it's beautiful.
yeah.
I mean, I think it's beautiful. You're gonna make me cry, and I'm not a big crier, but it's I I get it. You offer a sanctuary that if you want to start your life over,
Yeah.
and we will help you help yourself, and that's like
Yeah.
everybody
We're
deserves.
all people,
Everybody
you know,
exactly.
we're
Everybody
all
deserves
people.
a chance.
Yeah. See, the problem with extremists is they desensitize certain human groups, right? Certain groups that we have, for some reason, classified so hard.
Yeah.
But so we dehumanize them as extremists. We dehumanize them where they don't become people, where they're easier to harm because they don't really exist. I'm not really, like, what I'm doing doesn't really have implications for some people, See, so that viewpoint is dangerous. Well,
That's what I want to ask you.
society,
How people can do it? Like it's because of the dehumanization. Like
dehumanization,
do it.
because it's like, oh, they don't really exist. It's like over here when the military is going, yeah, we killed so many insurgents today. Oh, I don't even know any insurgents. Okay,
Yeah, without
this
thinking
is-
that those are people.
okay,
Like those are
yep.
humans. Those are
Now I'm going to flip a perspective for you. Society has done that exact same thing with extremists.
okay.
They're not humans. We hate them. Every time they pop up, we hate you. We hate you. Hate versus hate does not help.
They're just they're gonna
Society has dehumanized them as well. So it's a cycle that's still feeding itself. We are stepping in to break that. We are trying to show people that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's so. Can I just tell you something? Do I call you Thomas or
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Thomas is fine.
like? This is gonna sound. I mean, this is a very emotional subject for me. This is my life's passion. I don't know why. It just is the way it is, and I know kind of why. But
I understand.
just 6 years old, I saw a man who was homeless, and everyone was walking by him, and I was like, I mean, if I could have, I was like, what the F? I mean, I was 6, but I was like, I saw that man, and everyone just walked by like he was nothing. And I was like, did I see that? Am I imagining things? I mean, that's how I was just born that way. And I don't have any dehumanizing feelings towards people who are extremists. I'm not happy about it, but you know what, Thomas? I have this craving to get it. I don't get it. I want to understand, because I think, oh, arrogant, white privilege me. I can help them if I could just get it. Like if I could understand, if I could educate them. I'm an educator, so that's kind of where I'm like I want to teach them.
I would put it like this: when I was incarcerated, I went through Ramadan with the Muslims to understand Islam.
Oh yeah.
That's a 30-day fasting, no eating, drinking, anything during the day. And I drink and smoke. And I wasn't on the list to be able to go eat with them, so I had to eat my own stuff at night.
You do it yourself.
Yes.
Basically,
yes.
You're self-motivated.
Yes, I wanted to know, because I grew up in Jackson, Mississippi. I don't know anything about Muslim, anything. I know TV.
Yeah, right,
So when I got around people that were Muslim, I'm like, yes, I want to know what it is you do. I've always been spiritually aware. I was raised, I was raised in a multi-religious environment. Like my mom raised me pagan. My other family members, are LDS, Baptist, and all the way around the board. So,
you knew that.
Yeah, so I'm really open to different religious, views and perspectives, and have a very intellectual standpoint, and I can observe, fully understand without believing it, but I can fully accept it. You know what I'm saying? So I can fully understand and get that viewpoint.
I'm agnostic, but I totally respect people who stick to their as long as
So,
they're not, full of crap.
Yeah.
So I could get into it, but I absolutely.
I wanted to understand what it was. So that's the only way to really do it, is really to get in there and to understand. And with the commonality, with the common traits that I've seen, usually are that people want to belong to something more special. Yeah. All right. When some people do the healthy route. They go to the military. I have a lot of family, like my whole family's military. So some of them go to the military. That's a healthy manner of feeling special. Some people that can't get there, and they can't find their place, and it's just maybe like a little stunted. Maybe there's other factors that would drive them to feel special in other ways. Some people join gangs. I did when I was younger, and then that transpired into me joining the Aryan Brotherhood when I was in prison.
You just want to feel taken care of and loved.
I did it for family, yeah. Like most of my family died by the time I was locked up. Like most of my family died. When I got out, it was my grandma and my son. That was it. That was the only ones that were alive when I got out. So I lost everybody,
Wow. I think the whole thing, the Muslim thing, I can personally relate, because about a couple of years back when things were really getting fired up with, the hating Muslim people and whatnot. This is kind of who I am. I took my little son, he was 12, and I said, we go to a mosque. I called the nearest mosque. I said, hey, I don't know if you do this, but they had us for 5 hours. We asked him about terrorism. We asked him about, it was, my son left. He goes, Mom, that was one of the best, most amazing experiences of my life. And I was like, God, I'm so happy. I wanted to know it from the real people, not from the bullshit TV who's going to
go to the imam and ask him, talk to him. Go to the rabbi if you're, it's about Jews. Go to whoever it is. And most times the rabbi or the imams will be more than happy to talk to you.
It was amazing. The only thing I did wrong was I tried to shake his hand, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to. But it was amazing. He was real. It was an amazing experience.